What's going on? This is Baracco from the HOC. Not only your first, not only your longest, but the greatest HOC heavyweight champion the eyes of the world have ever seen. And this is me on CCP Podcasting.
What is happening, friends of CCP Podcasting? Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Bell Live right here on Twitch. I am Chris Page. That is Todrick Ramsey. This is going to be a fucking fantastic conversation, brother. This is like number 3 today for us. How are you?
I'm doing well. Excited to be here. We have some really good guests tonight, and I am super excited to talk to them and just, find out all the great things that they've been doing and just hear about it and share that with our audience. So, what more can you ask for?
I mean, this is the gift that keeps on giving, to be perfectly fair. Our guest coming in right now here in just a second, I came across them through Millennium Pro Wrestling. Had a fantastic watch to both of them as a singles act, but I knew that there was some tag team stuff going on. I saw one of our guests get in the ring with Busio and was completely enamored with the match. And then, oh my God, right behind it, the other cat comes right into the ring, works this incredible match with Zaire Zacher, and was like, my jaw dropped. It was like literally the best 25 minutes, 30 minutes of wrestling I saw that week. And ever since then, I knew this had to happen. I have to sit down and talk to these guys. But since then, listen to this, Toddy. Our guests have captured not one set of tag team championships. Boys are rocking double gold. They're the current Millennium Pro Wrestling tag team champions, the current Primal Pro Wrestling tag team champions. I can't wait to pick their brains. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Beyond the Bell Live. The Pumpline, Antonio Rivers, Boa Silva. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. How are you guys doing?
Doing great, brother. Thank you for having us.
Doing good. I'm excited.
I'm not as excited as I am. I've been waiting on this conversation all fucking day. I'm not going to lie. Because we get the honor and privilege of sitting down and watching some of the best independent wrestling all over the world. And the beautiful thing about what we do is finding people that need to have a light put on them. And when I say the Pumpline needs to have a fucking light put on them, that's exactly what we're here to do, because you two guys are incredible. What you're doing in the ring is fantastic. And knowing how young you guys are, it makes it even that much better, because if I'm getting in now on the Pumpline, I can't fucking wait to see what's going to happen in the next 5 to 10. I'm here for it. Welcome. I cannot wait to have this conversation. And I know that I'm not the only one. Toddy feels the same way. How's it going, brother?
I'm so glad that you are with us this evening. Your body of work is impressive, and just seeing what you do in the ring, it is phenomenal. So, welcome to the show. This is a long time coming, and I can't be more excited.
Thank you, man. It really means a lot to have like a spotlight put on us, because truth be told, like Bo and I are constantly looking for opportunity, and we've trained so hard, we've worked so hard together since the beginning. The first time we stepped into our first ever wrestling school, and we just wanted to keep getting opportunities, and we just want to keep proving everybody right that believes in us and prove everybody wrong that doesn't.
Well, first of all the haters can fuck all the way off. I've seen the work. I'm not going to say that we're experts on anything, but I think one thing that we have determined is that when it comes to the indie scene, we kind of know where we need to be looking, and we know when there's something there, and there's a lot here when it comes to you two. And before we get it too deep into the party, let me welcome everybody to the chat. You guys are getting shout-outs from the Netherlands. You're getting shout-outs from the UK. We've got Dog Mama in the house. Guys, I see we have a loaded room. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in chat. Myself or Toddy will get them worked in, as long as you fucking keep it where it needs to be. Don't be that guy, please. When we get started with these conversations, I truly like to start at the beginning. And with you two guys, whether it's collectively, you just said, Rivers, when you stepped into the ring for the first time, it was with Boa. When you guys are coming into, not necessarily coming into training, but where does professional wrestling kind of intersect with both of you on an individual level? Before we get to, leading into where you're getting into training, where does that intersection for you guys?
Yeah, so I will say when I was in college, And before I started training, and I just remember like after one class, I just like I get back to my car and I'm just like thinking, I'm like, man, like I'm not enjoying like what I'm doing like with my life. So I do remember I put on an episode of SmackDown, and I had the thought process of, what if I do professional wrestling? Because that is something that that I wanted to do, and I've thought about it so many times. So you know, eventually I found a school in San Diego called Level Up Pro Wrestling, and ever since then, I mean, I've done like squats with them. I've done, like the beginners to advanced, I've been there for about 2 years, and it just has like grown to other schools, and it became, you know, it became this whole thing in San Diego where we all found like a right school to train at Primal, and we're all doing so well there, and we're all growing so well.
Yeah. And for me, it was definitely like when I was young, because I started wanting to become a wrestler around 16-ish, and I kind of realized like this is what I wanted to be. And obviously, no school was really going to let me in at 16, and I just couldn't afford it. It was just all a struggle all around. So I remember I was in high school and COVID just happened, and it was just such a struggle, like to try to do anything, and just sitting at home, miserable, watching. Like I remember watching AEW when it was like just the people in the stands, and it was heartbreaking to watch, and it was like I wanted to give everything I could to this business, and I loved it. And truth be told, like there was nothing I could see myself wanting to do other than the thing I'm most passionate about, which is wrestling. And like Boa said, we started out at Level Up, one thing led to another, and then Primal became a thing, and it was just probably the best thing that ever happened to us and for our careers, because it felt like a weight was lifted off of us, and we could just be our true selves and push ourselves, and no one was able to hold us back or tell us that we couldn't. And once we started doing things our way, opportunities started happening. We started traveling more. We did a tour in the South. We did a tour in Northern California. We did stuff all over, and it was just really like meaningful and impactful to see like what we thought was inconceivable at one point becoming a reality for us.
Exactly.
Well, one thing's for sure, we're 4 or 5 minutes in this conversation and I already feel attacked. This guy says COVID. I'm in high school in COVID. Thanks, bud. I wish that was a thing for me. That was a long time ago when high school was a thing in my neck of the woods, brother. No, I get it 100%. Like when you know, like and when you're gonna check in, you check in, and we're not one of those shows that are gonna sit here and ask like, oh my God, tell me about how this went or how that went. This is more or less like, you guys, you link up, right? And Primal Pro is kind of where you kind of credit cutting your teeth and really honing in on what you're doing there. Now, Primal Pro is very new to me. I've legitimately seen probably 6 hours of content from Primal Pro. And I did not know about that thing, or Primal Pro even being a thing, until I was talking to Danny and Brandon Devine and Bucio, and caught on real quick that, all right, so if this is really good here and we've got a lot of the same crew down here as well, this is probably going to be pretty fucking good as well. So I do want to talk a little bit about your journey into Primal Pro and how you guys started, formulating this tag team and realizing that tag team wrestling was kind of where your bread and butter was at that time. Now, I want to preface this. Again, I'm not boxing you in as the Pumpline. Pumpline is great, but you're also fantastic singles wrestlers too. But to understand and get the concept of the tag team aspect of it, what does that look like, and how does that play out for you guys?
Well, for us, definitely, like going from our first original school Level Up, we had a school in between, which I don't want to name for political reasons of like not necessarily.
Don't talk about it.
But I remember.
I'm not like that. Sorry. Yeah. No, don't mean it. I don't know who it is. I had to think about it again.
But I remember the fun fact about Primal is J2 Mattioli and I actually are the co-founders of Primal Pro Wrestling. And I created it because I wanted my friends and my people around me to feel like they had a place where they can express themselves and focus on being the best version of themselves and not being the best version of what someone else wanted them to be, And I feel like Bo and I were kind of, like I said, when we felt a weight lifted off of us when we were at Primal, is because it felt like we weren't allowed to explore and try to, dig and find who we were as wrestlers at the school we were at before Primal. And right when we were there, us as well as many other Primal students were able to like express themselves and find the best version of ourselves and figure out what we were the best at in the ring.
Yeah, no, to like to basically add on that. Basically at that first school, we basically felt overlooked at times. We felt that we didn't have a place there, so at times me and him both felt lost. And when Primal happened, that's when me and Antonio both grew together. We grew together. We created this tag team because we had a bond inside that ring because we've trained countless days and hours together. I mean, there's days and nights that like we would go to training like 2 times a day just together.
We would be there from 10 a.m. to like 10 p.m. just
Yeah.
constantly training, and like it felt like a full-time job, and we were almost together more than we were with anyone else in our lives.
Exactly.
And it was like we knew each other like the back of our hand, and it came a moment where we're like seeing all of our friends who were getting more opportunities just because they were more social than we were at the time, get all these opportunities, and we kind of literally like, what niche can we fit? And I feel like our chemistry together is unmatched, especially in Southern California, and our care for each other on a personal level helps elevate that to a level beyond what most actual tag teams are, which is just 2 guys usually paired up together. We actually chose and wanted to be together. Like, it's not often you see that. Like another option, like another view of that is like the Divines. Like they wanted to be together. They worked together, and that's why I feel like their tag team is such a magical thing because they want to be together.
Exactly.
Well, you two, excuse me, you two, clearly you have the chemistry there. And being friends also helps. As you were developing what you wanted the pump line to be, what were some of those decisions? Like, do we want to be faces? Do we want to be heels? How are we going to develop this and what our true body of character work is going to be?
Yeah, I think when we first started, I mean, again, we were the underdogs. Not a lot of people knew us. So when we first tagged, like, we wanted to make it work. So, at first, it was kind of like pure, like, testing things out. But over time, like, we got comfortable, like, just, like, knowing what to do with each other. Because, like, at first, you have a tag team, like, it's, like, the chemistry is not... It couldn't be like, like 100% at first, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as time like goes on, like, we like know each other in the back of our hands, like you said, and like we like create like just like these magical moments inside that ring together because we're like with each other all the time, with wrestling, with like going to Vegas, going to the Bay Area. Like we always just like talk to each other and figure out like what we can do best for each other, basically.
Yeah. And like also on top of that, like you asked, like, how did we decide to be face heel? It was more of a thing that we wanted to prove that no matter what position the promoter or the booker needed for the show to proceed, we wanted to see how we can make the show better.
Exactly.
Because I feel like there's a lot of times wrestlers on the indies just want to make themselves look good, or how can I make myself stand out of the show? And I feel like the best way to stand out in the show is to be a perfect asset to the show. People talk about jobbers, mid carders, main eventers. In reality, it's like you can't have main eventers unless someone's willing to do the job. You can't have mid-carders unless someone is at that point. And everyone has their point at some point in their career. When we first started at MPW, we were the jobbers. We were the guys losing 4 months straight. And Danny was so happy that we were able to be those guys that he could rely on, that he rewarded us. And now we're showcased in a very prominent position. And he uses us every single week. And the amount of experience and the awesome footage we get from that. And it's just...
Yes.
It's one of the things like as long as you're willing to work together with whoever's giving you an opportunity, great things come from that.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like we're grateful to have a platform.
Yeah.
And we're excited to be at MPW and at Primal because they give us that platform to express ourselves and they believe in us and that makes us feel confident.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a couple of things going on here. So, on the perspective of babyface and heel, right? Like, let me start with that. A classic example, guys. If you look at Millennium Pro and the Heartless Kings, they're not really like that much over there. But if you go down to Primal Pro and you take a look down here, the Pumpline. Let me tell you something. the first match I saw in Primal Pro, and no heat for anybody in Primal Pro, and I mean this completely respectfully. I looked for a Pumpline match, and I found one. And the first thing that I see when you guys come out of that curtain, I don't see heel Rivers and heel Boa. I don't see. I see polar opposite. So you can play both genres, and that is just an kind of a deeper example, guys, of what they're talking about when you say, "Hey, make yourself available to what the show needs." Because this is a contrast right here. You can see them playing a heel on one side, you can see them playing a face on the other side, and you can draw the comparison, and you know what you're going to be getting from these guys. That's the first thing. And the second thing is I'm a diehard tag team guy. I always have been, and when I was in the scene, I strayed both lines of the fence. I enjoyed a tag, and I enjoyed running a singles. I could do them both. It was no problem for me. I had a blast doing either way. With you guys, and you guys are both kind of in the same boat. Tagging for the most part, but if they want to book you in singles, you'll tear it down. Tag team inspirations. Who were some of the guys, the teams that you were kind of looking back on? And I'm not going to say like tape study or anything like that, but as you're growing up and you're watching wrestling and you're watching tag team wrestling, who were some of the inspirations that you have? And that was also, side note, Goth from the Netherlands. He and I think alike because he asked that right before I did.
Teams like I feel like were showed to us from our trainers was like the Rockers, Rock and Roll Express.
Oh my God!
Just like high impact, high action wrestlers from the old time that like really made it interesting and encapsulated tag team wrestling as a whole. And I feel like honestly, like the people that help we model ourselves after are the Brothers Divine.
Exactly.
And a lot of what we do is after them because we not only are they like our friends, but we respect them as like coaches,
mentors.
Trainers.
Yeah, like like we pick their brain all the time. We ask them for advice all the time. I mean, we have so much respect for them, especially like they help us out so much, and they care for us, and like our gratitude is just we can't be any more thankful for them to be like a mentor.
And we really just studied the SoCal scene in all like. We looked at another team that I feel like we kind of modeled one of our big combos after is Sky High.
Mm-hmm.
And like we always make the joke because we kind of borrowed. We asked for permission, of course, but we borrowed one of their transitions, the one where I jump on Bo's back and I roll through.
Mm-hmm.
That we got that from Sky High.
Yeah.
We actually, in honor of them, every time we call the spot, we call it Sky High Spot.
Yes, and fun fact, we're actually gonna wrestle them on Saturday, I believe.
Yeah, at Rising Star Entertainment.
Yeah.
Rising Star Wrestling.
Yes.
Well, a lot of things happening here. First thing that I got to point out, and I giggled when you said Rock and Roll Express, and here's why. Back 1999, late 99, 2000, I was teaming with Buddy Landell, and who were our opponents for about 2.5 weeks? The Rock and Roll Express.
Wow.
I worked. That was where I learned so much so quick from Ricky Morton. I was a young kid, I think 2000, 18 years old. And all I would hear is Morton say, "God damn it, slow the fuck down." I don't know. What are you talking about? Slow down. I don't know what that means. And it was a learning experience. So to know that was one of the teams that you kind of look back on and as not necessarily an inspiration, but somebody that you did do some study on and you did grow an appreciation for. I laughed. I was like, because those best 2 weeks of my fucking life, man. I'm not gonna lie. It was great.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
Listen, they always say, and in situations like this, it kind of rings true with kind of what happened with MPW and you guys picking up the tag titles there. When opportunities available, you've got to be ready for it. And I wasn't the planned guy. I was just the next guy. And I took that and turned that into probably the best learning experience that I could have at that time for my age. And when it was all said and done, I got it. It clicked. It was about match 9 of 14. I went, "You're right. I'm going to slow the fuck down." And I did. And it all started falling into place at that point. And I also dig the fact that your tag team spot that you pay the proper respect to where it came from, and it's professional wrestling, right? So it's not like, oh my God, that's my move, because there's probably 30 people who did it before you, or 40 people, or hundreds of people. But to go the route of, listen, as I know that you guys are known for this, so is this cool? Like, I get that, and I can appreciate that, and I can respect that as well. There's so much things happening here with you guys, and it's truly phenomenal to see. But before I go any further, I want to come around to Toddy, because I think I stepped on him. So what do you got going on, Toddy?
I was going to ask you, what is it like to get in the ring with some of your inspirations? Like, what does that feel like to the two of you?
Well, I could definitely say getting in the ring with the Brothers Divine. At first, the first match was like very nerve-wracking.
Oh, absolutely.
But once I felt how much they kept me safe and they protect, like, not obviously I know they're gonna keep me safe, but like they guided me so well throughout the whole match, and I just felt like I didn't even have to. I could just shut my brain off and just listen. And I knew from that point on, every match we've had has just gotten better and better and better. As we improve, they can do more with us, and like we can finally find a level where we can both match each other and help each other grow and help each other make a great match.
Yeah, basically at the end of the day, like they want to see us improve all the time. So if we like hustle them at like any point, I mean, it just gets better and better, and they always just like get us better inside that ring every time we like wrestle them every time, basically.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, because again, you guys are really just a couple of years deep into this, and truthfully, like you're way closer to the beginning of your journey in professional wrestling than the end, and I don't mean that disrespectfully at all. What I mean by that is, in this time frame too, you've had the opportunity to work with some guys that are really hella talented, and as you're constantly learning and you're constantly growing, as well as being a team. I talked a little bit about how great you are accomplished singles as well. So I kind of want to pick your brains a little bit, and I see it more in Millennium Pro than I do anywhere else. And I don't get me wrong, when I see a singles match with either one of you cats, I'm like, sold. Say when. And I say that because I truly think that there's a lot of really special things happening with you two. And to be able to have that double-edged sword of tag team and singles, it makes you more valuable, because again, it's that mentality of, where do I fit in? How can I help the overall show? So when you guys are booked in singles matches, like I'm gonna say, what is the mentality going in? Because you don't have Boa to rely on, in your case, Rivers, to make that tag, or you don't Silva. Same concept for you. You don't have Rivers to make that tag with. How do you prep for that versus prepping for a basic tag match? Because I'm kind of curious to see if there may not even be a difference at all.
Go for it.
I think honestly, it just comes down to like the mental state you're in, right? When I know I have Bo in my corner, I don't take it easier. You know what I mean? I don't go lighter. I'm not like, oh, well, I have my partner there. I go 100% of the time. And if you don't, you're just asking for failure. You know what I mean? It all comes down to preparation and training. Like, we both trained how to be great singles wrestlers, and we can trust each other. Like, I don't have to worry about Boa, what he's doing. I know he's strong, and I know he's a great wrestler on his own. But when you put two great wrestlers together that can gel well together, you just create an even stronger product that make you more formidable opponents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I 1000%.
Yeah, to kind of
go ahead. My bad.
No. So basically, I on that. I mean, I wouldn't say there's a difference in preparation. I mean, I feel people prepare the same, but it's like we said. Can we have two good crushers like mesh and just have this like type of chemistry where it just like improves each other? I mean, we just keep like growing, and we just want to get better every single day, basically.
Oh yeah.
I want to take a moment and focus in on Millennium Pro for just a minute, and let's talk a little bit about the Heartless Kinks. And I want to talk about the kind of the group originally. And keep in mind, I haven't seen the last couple of MPW shows, so I'm not 100% up to date. When I first started, it was you two cats, and it was J2 Mattioli, and Jeremiah Fresh, and now I see Rebel Star, who in this case, I refer to him as the dude from Role Models because that's what he looks like to me. And I hope he laughs at it because I mean it in a funny way. But now you've got a lot of things happening here. Talk to me a little bit about the concept of the faction and kind of a brief little history of what you guys have done and where you think you're headed next. Because I don't know if there's trouble in paradise. I think the last time I looked, there was some trouble in paradise, but I could be wrong. But chat me up. Talk to me a little bit about what you guys have going on there with the unit.
Yeah, so I will to first give you like the history of the group. The Heartless Kings started in San Diego. It started under J2, and it consisted of Jeremiah Fresh and a retired luchador named of Flama Del Oro, and then another guy.
Another wrestler by name of Fatal.
Yeah.
And really the group kind of moved on with just Jeremiah Fresh and J2, and they kind of kept the group alive. And then the other two just kind of like did their own thing around. They just didn't. You could just tell that their heart wasn't in the Heartless Kings, I guess you could say. And they just kind of left them behind. And it was probably the best thing for the Heartless Kings because once they moved to MPW, it was a whole new life. You know, it was like also like I said at the other school, we felt we weren't able to control our narratives as much or like control where we wanted to be. It just wasn't used how it should have been used. And I feel like, you know, the people at Millennium Pro Wrestling really understand how the Heartless King should have been portrayed to start out with. And the addition of Rebel Storm to the Heartless Kings was more or less just like, let's make this a real group, a real unit. And then once they added the Pumpline to the group, it just kind of became a real unkillable unit. And then obviously life happens. J2 can't be there because he has his kid, and you know, you can't let that happen. You know, we got to have a strong group that's there. And the best case scenario would just make Fresh the leader because he's one of the founding members, you know, and we'll just keep going from there.
But I will say, stay tuned because I know J2 is not done at MPW.
Yeah, he's just got to take some time for his family, but he'll be back, I'm sure.
Yeah, he'll be back, and we have a lot to discuss. I'll tell you that.
Okay. Well, we've talked about the training, we've talked about the experience, we know that the chemistry is there, and all of those things equal into championships. So I want to talk about that very first tag team championship that you won and what that was like and how did you feel before, during, and after?
I definitely feel like the first belt we won was at Primal Pro Wrestling. We won the Primal Tag Team Gold, and it was definitely a special moment because I felt like our whole journey was kind of encapsulated in that one moment, where it was us going around to like our old schools, not being looked at right, to pretty much being the inaugural champions of a school that we worked so hard to create and so hard to be a part of, and just kind of make this thing. And it just felt like. It felt like the reward for all the hard work and all the stress and all the headaches we went into going into this journey itself.
Yes, and then on top of that, I mean, like I we were like first to fence, and I just want to help them out. The unguided Matt Panda Grip and Damian Drake, they pushed us to a limit that we've never been pushed before, and I cannot thank them enough because they helped. They had a hand in who we are today as a tag team for sure.
And they definitely really opened our eyes to the ability that, we can have matches at this level. And from that point on, we kind of were like, we can expand, we can push ourselves, and we can push the people around us to grow. And because at the end of the day, once you become content and you're like, this is my limit, and you cap yourself off, you kind of just shoot yourself in the foot because it's like, well, at what point now, why you keep going if you're not going to try to get better, you know?
Yeah.
Well, not only do you capture the Primal Pro Tag Championship, so I don't know that the history 1000% by any means. I just know that what I've seen. I know that you had them. I know that Brothers Divine took them off of you. I know that you guys are wanting them back too. And not only that, when I introduced you, I brought you guys in. You're dual champions, you get the opportunity, and you brought up the unguided. And I definitely want to pivot there because I know there was an injury. I don't know the severity of it. I just from Danny, I was was kind of confused. I was like, wait. One week I see that the Unguided were the champions. The next week I see that there's a title match with the Pumpline, and I was like, damn, what's going on? I sent him a DM. I was like, brother, what the fuck's going on? It's like, oh, they got hurt. Somebody got hurt. We got to crown these. I was like, okay, all right, because I was just like, man, like, what's happening? So I say all that to say, there's got to be some ill will from the Unguided when they come back. If you guys are still rocking those tag titles, you got to think that.
We would love to run it back.
We would love to. I mean, like, I feel like when we first wrestled them, like, we're a completely different tag team now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I feel like we've grown so much, and like, it would be a different match, and it would go so well.
I remember they even told us when we were just going over our stuff together, and they were like, "Where was this tag team when we wrestled you the first time?"
Yeah.
Like, hey man, you opened our eyes. You know, you were the ones that opened that window for us to see that we can actually grow and do more and expand our moveset. Because before we were just always taught like, hey, keep it simple, keep it basic, and we're just like, okay, sure, that's what we need to do. But wrestling them, they're like, nah, we gotta do this, and we're like, oh shit, we can do so much more and make it and execute it well without just like, oh, this is gonna get messed up. And honestly, the fans loved it, we loved it, and it was probably the match that we were like, yeah, this is the match that created the pump line that we are today.
Yeah.
Not to be a dick, but to anybody who would tell you to don't do that, keep it simple, don't do that and that, they're probably giving you really bad advice. Because I've always operated under the mindset of if you're afraid to fail, then you're never going to succeed. And how do you know if you're going to succeed or fail if you don't try? And that goes with everything, from moves inside the ring to life in general. If you don't try, then you're never going to know if you're going to be a success or if you're going to fail. And then if you fail at it, you don't take the failure as a failure. How can I fix that? What can I do to change that so it works? It's like at work, like my guys, I manage a team of, I think I have 6 guys. I mean, my real job, and I manage them, and they're like, trying to get stuff done and getting stuff approved through corporate America, which is just ridiculous sometimes. How do you do that? And I was like, because I don't accept fucking no for an answer. If you tell me no, all you're telling me is I need to find a different way to sell it. And if I need to find a different solution to the problem, because every problem has a solution, you just have to fucking find it. That's why I sit in this chair and you guys sit in this chair. But if you want to get to this chair, I can show you how to get there. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get it. And I don't want to be that dude, but you have to take risks. You have to find a way to separate yourself. And there's ways to do that respectfully. 1,000%, especially in the wrestling industry. So I'm glad that you guys, chose to listen to yourselves and when you needed to in that era and when that time frame was, because I don't see you guys as, and I'm not saying that you guys do elaborate stuff. You do good stuff. It isn't, and it's only gonna improve, because the crazy thing, again, I said it earlier, you guys have only been doing this a couple of years together, like, period. Here's a mind-blowing thought, and I say this to a lot of the young cats that come on the show, and truly, I want you to think about this. Rivers, you said in 2019, you're still in high school. All right, so I'm going to imagine, so you're in your early 20s at this point, 21, 22-ish. Bo, I'm not sure.
Right now.
You're 20? Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking this.
I'm actually 26.
Okay, you're 26. So this is going to make this situation, even in your case, Bo, it's still a wild situation. In Rivers' case, it's going to blow your fucking mind. You're 20 years old, you're 26 years old. In professional wrestling, the prime of your career, back when I was coming in, was your mid-30s and your early 40s, and you're winding down and you're getting out. Now, fast forward modern day. In the case of Boa, you're 26.
Yeah.
In the next 5 years, and this is as good as where you're at right now, and then same thing with you, Rivers, you're 20. In the next 5 years, the wealth of knowledge and experience that you're going to have, that puts Boa at 31, that puts Rivers at 25. In the case of Boa Silva, the prime of his career right now is another 4 or 5 years later. And in the case of Mr. Rivers, it's a decade plus later before you touch the prime of your career. If you take care of yourself and you you take care of your bodies, and you know what I mean, barring no crazy injuries or anything of that nature. The prime of your careers now hit 30 to 35, and you can go
Yeah.
to your mid 40s or your late 50s, or excuse me, or mid 50s, not late 50s. Is I would probably, unless I'm in the best shape of my fucking life, I'm probably winding it down about that point. But the ability to go further, and you haven't even touched your prime. That's the mind blowing. To me, blows my mind every day. Is because we have the opportunity to look at all you guys, and not just here in the States, all over the world, and the younger generation. That is, you guys are the guys that we are going to be watching in the next 10 to 15 years, and you're going to be carrying the sport of professional wrestling. This is what blows my fucking mind.
I appreciate that.
It's wild. Toddy, go ahead.
One of the things that I definitely want to know about, so you guys are dual champions. You are carrying the tag divisions for two different brands. And what is that like? Because just like you looked up to the Brothers Divine, now you've got younger tag teams that are coming in and they're looking at you the same way. What is that like for you, and how do you live up to that?
I think we try to set a standard in terms of matches. We want to preach a certain like psychology. The brothers Divine, what they told us is that we should always wrestle right. And whether it be in tag matches, we always just want to preach about the tag, because that's the most important thing in a tag match is the tag.
Yes. They always say work the gimmick of the match, right? You're in a ladder match, you should probably be grabbing ladders. You're in a tables match, you should probably be grabbing tables. You're in a tag match, you should be tagging in and out. And like, I remember one time before we even started a tag team, before we even debuted, the Brothers Divine held a tag team seminar at our first school, Level Up. And the amount of knowledge I just retained, because I really wanted to be a tag team. I always loved tag team wrestling. So has Bo. We've loved it our whole lives, and it's our favorite aspect of the sport, And at the end of the day, like, the knowledge we got from them before we even were friends with them or even talked to them is unbelievable. And like, we looked up at them from that point, and just the fact we were able to keep going and grow, and we became friends down the line, and they helped us even more and helped push us even more. It was just unbelievable. And I remember going back to what you said about like having the younger tag teams come up to us and stuff like that, the newer tag teams, and like, I think it really hit me when I had people that are my students now, like people that I'm like, I trained you and you're about to debut soon, and like I look forward to that. And it's like, dude, like, I'm not even that far in the business, and I already have people who are asking Boa for advice on older matches. People that that have trained us, asking us like, hey, what did you think? And I'm like, you trained me. What do you mean? Like, you're better than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But at the end, like, we always are so open to share knowledge, and just have everyone like around this just improve in like any aspect. Right. And like, it doesn't have to be just tag team wrestling. I mean, just inside that ring, we just want everybody to just be better. Yeah,
and because it's one thing that we were taught coming into this business, it's not a single person's business. If your dance partner is not great, you can't have a great match. Simple as that. You have to help each other become great so you can create greatness. So I think it's definitely really special that we have this connection with each other, and like the people around us, and the fact that people feel comfortable coming to us and giving that knowledge back is just such a special thing to me. And I feel like one thing that a lot of vets or people that are like on their way to like being like top guys or on their way out, they want to keep their spot, so they don't want to give the knowledge away. But I feel like it's very important that if you lose your spot, it wasn't your spot to begin with. So I have no problem giving advice, because if they take my spot away from me, then it's not my spot. That's the spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like at the end of the day, like, we're just trying to help the scene. If you don't like give advice because you're scared about your spot, then who are you helping at the end of the day? We're all in the same boat. We might as well just push each other and create and basically just like the scene as a whole be better and just improve.
Well, first of all,
like two champions.
Well, let me just say this, and this whoops in advance, Toddy. If anyone gets upset about losing a quote unquote spot, can I be the voice that says Last time I checked, professional wrestling is a team sport, guys. And there ain't no I in team. The name of the game is to sell tickets. The name of the game is to put asses in seats. The name of the game is to put your best in the forefront. And the name of the game is to also keep them interested. The only way you keep people interested is by you got to switch some stuff up. You can't keep running the same plays. Those plays aren't going to work all the time. And that's an art within the game that some people lose sight of. It's truly about the team, and in this case, it's the company, right? It's not who's the champion. It's where are we at? Are we progressing? Are we building? Are we making positive steps? At least that's how I look at it for this company with this podcasting channel. What's our next steps? Are we making the right moves, right? So I can only imagine, like, you have to look at that from the same perspective. And that's how I did when I was in the ring. I didn't give a fuck about where I wrestled. I didn't care who was in the ring with me. I went out here my job is to make whoever look good. I was the heel. My job's to, go over or lose.
Yeah, and I feel like we kind of try to carry that same mentality wherever we go. It's always like, how can we make them look strong? Because if we're going somewhere for the first time, we're not the focal point. They are. And if we want to get brought back, you can't be selfish. You have to share the love. You have to share the spotlight. And I feel like some people are scared to do that because they're worried that, maybe it's ego, maybe it's insecurity. But,
yeah, I mean, like, at every show, not one person is going to make the show better. It takes a team effort.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like you can be a year in, 10 years in. It takes a collective effort to make the show great and to have eyes and to have the fans just be invested.
Yeah, 1,000%. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we're here for, right? Like, go back to something fucking Gene Simmons once said, without the fans, we are nothing. And that is legitimately across the board. Now, go ahead, Toddy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on you.
No, it's actually your turn. And then I was going to go to the chat after you.
Oh, is it? Perfect. Okay, so it's on me. Yay. With you guys rolling and where you're at right now, I've had the opportunity to chat with you guys privately. First of all, I love the Pumpline, the fact that y'all share that handle. I think I was chatting with Rivers, and I was like, who runs this account? Because I don't want you guys to have to run, say, oh, let me talk to Boa, let me talk to River. We both run it. Oh, perfect. Well, that's exactly where I'm going to go with everything now. So you both get the information. With where things are at now and the shape of independent wrestling, it's on fire everywhere. And I'm genuinely curious about this is like, where are some places that you guys would like to compete at? Give me some names of some companies out there that you want to get on the radars of, or you are interested in. It could be here in the States. It could be internationally. It could be anywhere. Where would you guys like to dip your toes in the water?
We talk about this
all the time.
All the time.
Oh, man.
It's always, what's next? Where do we go now?
All the time.
And I know for sure in the States, at least, we want to get on Defy, Prestige, try to get on TNA if we can. Obviously, WAW is our end goal dream, but I think our next step is probably something like Defy, Prestige, even like Progress.
Yeah. Progress, Beyond, we want to be on like GCW.
Yeah.
Like we want to be on those shows where we can like be on those platforms and get people like to know who we are. Because at times we still feel like we are the underdogs. So, we just try to just get out there, and whether it be Washington with Defy, Prestige with Oregon, we just want to get out and just like showcase as much as possible.
Yeah. And definitely, like, if we're going in, like, to different countries and stuff, like CMLL in Mexico, we would want to expand to Mexico. I feel like there's a untapped market there for, like, tag team wrestling. It's, like, a lot of, like, six-man tag, a lot of lucha, like, fast pace, and there's not really an American tag team style wrestling team in Mexico right now that I feel like is, I mean, not that I've noticed at least so far.
Yeah, and, like, the Crash, it's in Tijuana, and it's maybe like 20 minutes away from us.
Yeah.
Like, we would love to be like a part of that, and we feel like we can contribute a lot, basically.
Yeah. And like whatever opportunities they're willing to give us, we'll 100% take, and we'll be willing to do whatever they need us to do.
Exactly.
I have a quick story about Tijuana, if you guys want to hear it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was a young lad, about a little older than Rivers. I think I was probably 22 at that point. And this had nothing to do with wrestling. I was out in San Diego working. My other job at the time was I was a security supervisor. So we did event security and arena security, and I was in San Diego for a convention. They said Tijuana was 20 minutes away. I said, why not? And what was supposed to be a 2-hour trip, 12 and a half hours later, 13 hours later, was when I resurfaced, and never again. Once I go to Tijuana, it will not happen. You will not see it happen.
Right tour guide could say it can be chaotic.
Yeah, it can be definitely nerve-wracking and hectic at times.
I just don't remember a whole lot of it, and that was on me in my younger years. Todrick, when we come around to you.
One of the things that was said in chat was that they would love to see you guys against the WrestleFest Portugal Tag Champs, and that is something that I would love to see, because
don't you put the stews in this? Don't you put them in this? Who said that?
Goth said that.
How dare you, Goth? How fucking dare you? Why are you gonna make me pick? The Stews are the first ever national tag team champions in Portugal. As we say, we cast kind of a wide net, and we have friends all over the world. I think I told you some of this privately, but we are the official podcast of WrestleFest Portugal here in the States, or for the United States, and their inaugural tag teams are the Stews, and they're young. I think they're cousins. Young, talented guys, same concept. Like, they just want to work and they just want to get it done. And it's fantastic stuff. So I guess in retrospect, internationally, how close are you guys, or are you guys passport ready? Are you, if that was something to come your way, like, it's nothing for me to clip shit and tag companies.
Portugal would be amazing. I mean, Boa is Portuguese.
Yeah, I'm actually half Portuguese, so that would be a dream of mine. And like, I'm sure we both are passport ready. So.
I got mine in my wallet right now.
Yeah.
Nelson Pereira, I know you're now seeing this because I'm going to tag him in it. We need to talk, because if I'm coming to Portugal, I'm actually going to Portugal in 2027 for a WrestleFest show. Yeah, flying out and making that happen. So if Nelson, if I'm flying to Portugal to come and watch you, we need to bring the Pumpline with me, and that's not a prediction, Nelson. That's a spoiler. I'm not asking. We need to make that happen. I will totally we will make that shit happen. Are there other places internationally that you are interested in competing in? And
we have Japan is top on our list. We hit Canada, Mexico,
parts of Europe. Like England. That would be a dream for sure. We
want to try to hit all the major wrestling territories, countries.
Exactly.
Like all the different styles, like British style, lucha libre,
strong style in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that I have goosebumps, because that would be so exciting to see, because we've seen some really good teams all over the place, and you are definitely on that list. So there are a lot of dream matches there for sure. That I got chills.
The possibilities are endless. Sorry,
worries.
I was fucking with my microphone, and I have to. So you guys know, I have to mute myself because I will fucking talk. So I have to mute my microphone and just back away. And I'm secretly texting Toddy. I'm laying out, so he can handle it. I say that because, like, you guys are the talent level is here. It is 100% there in your body of work, and being able to sit down with you guys and just chat and really get to know who you are as competitors in the ring, and the goals and the aspirations. I think it's insane how young you guys are and how much your minds are still the sponges and trying to absorb as much information as you possibly can. That is the fantastic mentality to have. And now that you're carrying the SoCal scene, if you will, as far as tag teams are concerned, I'll quote Jake Redondo. They're the tag team in California. Literally, it's on our Instagram on this post about this happening. What's next? Where do you guys, as you're carrying two companies as far as the division is concerned, who do you want to see step up? Who are some teams that you want to see come say, hey, here we are. If you want some, come get some.
I mean, as far as California is concerned, we're definitely looking at like Krusty Crew. We definitely want to work them.
Yeah. Suavecitos. I mean, we've been like watching them for like the longest time. We would definitely love Z Sharp, Star Zachary, and G Sharp. G Sharp is just amazing.
He's wrestled in more countries than states I've been in.
Yeah, and it's Star Zachary. She's
phenomenal.
She's that's self-explanatory. Yeah.
So one thing that oh no, go ahead, please.
Oh, I'm just go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
So you have a lot of experience under your belts to date. What is your favorite match that you both wrestled in, be it tag team or be it singles?
Do we have a favorite tag for this year?
I'm pulling out my phone. I have a whole Google Docs of every match we've ever had.
Yeah, I will say favorites that we had.
I need that sentiment.
Is the brothers. Yeah,
I'll send it to you.
I would say the Brothers Divine both times this year was so much fun. I would say the Unguided match in February was
a life-changing match.
Exactly. We wrestled this tag team called the Estrella Atleticos. Gustavo Perez and Javi Baja.
They're also a team that started with us at Level Up the same day. The same day.
Oh.
Yeah, we actually used to all go hiking together. We have a friendship outside, and we used to talk about touring together, all this stuff. And for us to finally wrestle each other, it's gonna be in stay tuned because now they're going by Latino Warfare at Primal Pro Wrestling, and I'm really excited to see what they do with that. It's a new opportunity. Just they went from being the goofy athletic guys to the serious, almost like Shield Bullet Club ish kind of feel, like Latino Warfare. It's very much as the name says,
Absolutely. Yeah, and then also there's the Lucha Kings where they pushed us to a different style.
Oh yeah.
And that match was so much fun. Absolutely.
But yeah, looking here, probably the best match. We also shout out to this match was at MPW. It was Zara, Zachary, and Dane Divine versus Bo and I. That match was very fun. I show up.
Well, I have to go and see that one because that one's bookended between the two shows that we've watched here recently, and that was the one that was missed in the middle. Because I think we had Danny on for a show and a watch along, and we missed that one. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I need to get that list because again, what part of our programming is spotlights, which is essentially us taking 2 hours of your work and on a Thursday night. And us as our hosts sit back and watch it and watch most of it for the first time and put it in front of our audience. It's 2 hours of fun, and if I can track them down, buddy, I'm going to track them down because there will be a Pumpline Spotlight show coming at some point in time. And that is not not a prediction. That's a spoiler. That's going to happen. Let me ask you guys this because again, I really think that you're really just now beginning to start really building this momentum because it's about to happen. There's an explosion coming, and I know that with Millennium Pro Wrestling, the anniversary show is right around the corner. It's in September, and if you guys are walking into that as the tag team champions, who are you thinking, or who do you think sizes up to challenge you for those championships? And I'll preface this: I will be there. I have transportation has been booked. I'm flying into LA I think I get into LA at 10:30 in the morning or some shit, if I'm not mistaken. On that day, I'm coming to see this show for myself, so I no pressure, but I expect to see my Pumpline rocking those straps when I get there, and if so,
Yeah.
I need to know who are you eyeing up? Who do you think could step to the plate and challenge you on a stage that big for Millennium Pro Wrestling?
Well, I will say if he's healed, I want to see the unguided back. I mean, they didn't get a proper reign, so to go against them would be like a full circle moment for sure.
Yeah. Man, it's so much talent there. Like you look at people like Draven Silvera, who's just brand new and is already showcasing like star potential. Like he already has such an aura about him that it's just like, you could see it. He's about to be something fantastic. He's working with Busio now, which I love wrestling Busio. He's one of the most fun people to wrestle.
Don't
Like
start.
them together, I feel like that'd be a match.
I think I'm embarrassed if you were to see my reaction to that match, and it's out there. I forget where it's at, but for the full match, I lost my shit during that match. It was that good.
I mean, if you can clip it out and send it to me, I would love to watch it.
I will make that happen. I will find the time and find the show. I will send you the complete match. I lost my shit. I think that the chemistry that you have with him, and I don't know where it came from. I just know that 1 minute I was, oh, here we go, and then the next minute was like, what the fuck did I just see? Because that was fantastic. The timing was great. The psychology of the match was great. The dynamic of how it was being built was fantastic. The way that everything was delivered was great. And then before I could have a cigarette, literally the next thing is Boa coming out. And at this point, like I'm still new to the Heartless King, so I'm like, well, and J2 Mattioli was the first match. I was like, so 3 fucking matches back to back with the Heartless Kings, and you blow me away with the match with Zara. And I went, like my thumb was numb. Pulled a lot of clips on those. Like my thumb was numb for 5 or 6 minutes after those 2 matches. And what's the beautiful thing, I didn't know it was coming. None of it. It's all organic. It's you guys in this situation connecting is what you're doing. And you're drawing people in. And it's one thing if it's me, right? Like, okay, I'm one person. I've got 8 co-hosts that got drawn in on the same shit. I have a whole channel we have a whole channel of people who come in and tune in. They get drawn in on the same stuff. So it's not just one person. It's so wild. And nobody would have known that it existed had we not stumbled into it. Had we not thrown a dart at a map 2 years ago and it landed in Australia. And this is the beautiful thing about what we do now, is because now we have the opportunity to use the light and the net that we can cast to put it right where it belongs, and that's on guys like you, like both of you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, going back, like you say, like matches like that, like those two, I remember we had singles matches with Jake Redondo, who you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Like whenever people ask to see like a match of mine or whatever, I'm like, oh, do you do singles matches? I always go straight to the Jake Redondo match. Like it was a really tough match too, because that was the same day that one of our lifelong fans at Primal Pro Wrestling, he unfortunately passed away, and we did a 10 bell salute for him, and we were the match following right after. So it definitely was a very emotional room at the time, but we were able to bring the life and light back into the joy back into the fans. And I hugged the brother of the fan, because it was a brother duo that would come watch our shows in SoCal. SoCal Gabe and his brother SoCal Andrew, rest his soul. And yeah, it was just definitely a heart-wrenching moment for sure. And to hug him, I wrote RIP Drew on my hand, because it was just such a heartbreaking moment. And that match, I feel like, was probably the best match. And I wanted to deliver that match especially for him, and it definitely was like an impactful moment for sure.
No, I get it, man, and I don't think I was in the business long enough to have like true loyal fans and loyal fan base. And when you say something about fan bases and condolences to our lost fan, and to the brother too, if he's out there watching. Does he still come? Does the other brother still come to the shows? Oh, fantastic!
Every show.
Well, fantastic. I want to sit by him and Wendy when I'm out there. I'm gonna talk to Danny about that. We'll make that happen.
Wendy's a huge supporter of us. Yeah. I remember she like pretty much forced another fan to buy a Pumpline shirt. Like, you're gonna want this shirt, trust me.
Listen. I had to bring up Wendy at least at some point, because as I was watching a show, and then, if I don't have co-host available, man, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna cut it on and watch it if I've got the time and I've got the availability. And this particular show, it was a holiday or something, which is legitimately the worst day ever you can stream, right? Because like nobody's really gonna be watching. But I'm not watching for like to get hundreds of people to watch me watch a show. I'm watching for clips. I want to get content. I want to get stuff out there that not just showcases what we're doing on the channel, but showcases with a ring work. Like if you see some of the clips we put out, we may be silent. We're not putting it out there for you to hear what we're saying. I want you to see the ring work, and then we'll be like, oh shit, that was fucking great. And that's the reaction to it, because it was like this just the nature of how we do this. Wendy, I swear to God, I was doing the show. The room, there was not a whole lot of people watching. There wasn't a whole lot of people in the room. It was a lot of activity. But I'm watching this show, and I start losing my shit because I hear one voice. And it was like comedic timing at its finest. Like, I thought it was a plant. I thought that there was a plant in the crowd for this. Like, I asked Danny, I was like, who the fuck is that? It's because it was just, it was too good. It was too fucking good. And then come to find out, her name is Wendy. I am going to be sitting with her at this event coming up. I made a point to make that happen, because I need to feel that energy. When you get some loyal fans like Wendy, and I know there's a couple others, because I've had a couple others follow me, and the only connection we have are people with MPW or MPW itself. So I'm like, okay, you got to be one of their fans. So, all right, I'll follow you back. What's it like? The energy. What can I expect when we walk through those doors and experience the SoCal crowd that is indeed in the MPW arena?
I mean, the MPW audience, they're just faithful. They like the MPW faithful. Like, literally, that's what they are. Like, they're there. They're invested in us. I remember Wendy. I watched old footage of me. I watched my debut match the other day ago, and who's in the front row? Wendy. Wendy, SoCal Gabe, his brother, like all these fans that have been there since the moment I stepped foot in that ring for the first time. They've been there, and it's like they've seen the full evolution of both of our careers. And it's just like the energy they bring is unlike anything else, because not only have they seen the stories or they watched a couple weeks, they're there all the time. Yeah. So they always have that connection and that investment in every little thing we do, and it just makes the show that much better, because when the audience is quiet and there's no one there, it's like it feels dead. But when you have that life with the matches, it just makes the matches twice as good as the match already was.
Yeah, and like every fan there, they have so much fun. I mean, they add too much. I mean, they add so much to the show. And I will say, when you sit with Wendy, you're gonna have the best time. She's loud, she's funny. Like, it's gonna be so fun.
You might put an earplug in one ear though, because she is very loud.
Yeah. Oh no!
Like, there's times where I'm wrestling,
I will
the other end of the ring, and I'm like, next to me.
Yeah,
I will get just as loud with her. Like, I'm here for it. I will be that dude. I get invested in what we're watching and when we're doing it, and there's something totally different, like, versus being here and watching it and being at a live show. Like last night, I took an hour and a half trip to not too far from where I'm at in Florida, a place called Claremont. There was a local pro wrestling show. Never been there, never seen it before. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make this hoof. Went down and watched wrestling, and when I'm watching this stuff, like, I take a step back, because it's the first time I've been in this location. It's the first time I've ever seen this fed. So I'm just watching everybody, and they drew about 150 people roughly. Like, it was a pretty good crowd. And I was like, as I'm watching this and I see all this stuff playing out, I start, light bulbs start going off in my head. I'm like, I see how this is being filmed. I see what's going on here. I see how this price is fit. I see how the ticket price is. Oh, now I'm starting to do math, and I'll let you kind of figure out where that one's going without saying too much behind it, and I'll say a little bit more when I get off the air because I've got some bigger plans in the picture for you guys. You know, it's been phenomenal to sit down and just chat and get a little bit more information on you guys and what your plans are and what you're going to be doing moving forward. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys face to face, shaking your hands, and looking forward to seeing what MPW has in store for us, because I feel like it's going to be a fantastic run, as well as you know, the next step with Primal Pro. I think that you guys are really doing some good stuff, and it deserves to be seen.
Thank you so much. You know, we appreciate the support. I mean, like, we've gone like back and forth on Instagram, and you know, like, we love that you, like, you know, allow us to be on your platform. So we can't be any more grateful. So thank you so much.
You guys truly are phenomenal. 2025 has been a stellar year for you, and who knows what's going to happen before the end of the year, because you know, with the way time is flying, and next year I don't expect to see anything different. It truly, truly is a pleasure to always watch what you guys have going on. And like I said, it's phenomenal to see two people as invested and as committed as you are carry two tag team divisions on your backs in two separate companies at the same time. And that just says what the caliber of wrestling that you present to the world. And it shows in your work, it shows every single bit of it.
Thank you so much.
I was 7:08 p.m. years old when I realized that Wendy was in our chat and has been chatting for about the last 20-ish minutes. So Wendy's actually here, guys, if you want to say hello to her.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Wendy.
Yeah, you caught me talking about sitting beside you, Wendy. We're gonna raise some hell at this anniversary show. Did we have any more comments or anything from
I wasn't
chat?
gonna say anything. I was just laughing
I was
because
like,
I knew it was her, and I was like,
I didn't even see it. I'm engaged in the conversation, and then lo and behold, there's Wendy. She's right there. I was like, oh, we should probably say hello, huh?
Oh,
Tony, do we got anything else in chat? Any kind of comments? Any questions that came in? And then we'll start winding this thing down, because I got two biggies for you on the way out.
yes, we have two from Wendy. The first one was, I was there and I was happy with that tribute match against Jake Redondo. Uh, Rest in peace, Drew. And the second one is, I love seeing the growth and progress of Pumpline because I have seen them when they started, and to see their progress as individuals and tag team makes me so happy. And she also says hello.
Yes, she's a sweetheart. When we talk about professional wrestling and we talk about the independent scene and we talk about like our platform specifically, like this is all we do. This is what we cater to. I stay away from WWE. I stay away from AEW. My heart is in the independent scene, because truly you guys are the ones that are out there crushing it and are the future. And I'm a firm believer, if you do not invest in your future, then why the fuck are you here? So that's kind of what our platform is and how we operate it. With that being said, with the future of you guys, I want to know, give me some dream match opponents, some folks that, whether they're on the indie scene or whether they could be under contract, that's, you know, these are your matches. If you had opportunities and you could make this happen, who are some teams out there you want to mix with?
We definitely talked about with each other. We definitely would love like Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh yeah.
They're people that both especially grew up watching, and like I came onto them. I just recently found out about them more as they got signed and like in TNA kind of thing. And I was like, oh wow, these guys are fantastic, and they're definitely like the top of the list of who we want to wrestle.
Yeah.
If we're keeping it more local, like we said earlier, like Krusty Crew would be awesome to wrestle.
Suavecito.
Titus and Alexander.
Yeah, Titus and Starboard Charlie and West Coast Pro. We would love to pick up with them. A very old tag team in San Diego called 8-Bit Lit, which is J2 and
Michael Hopkins.
Yeah, and Michael Hopkins. They tore it down in San Diego, and I feel like they're like the OG tag team.
Yeah.
So we would love to like mix it up with them at some point.
Yeah. They were also our coaches coming into the business. They gave us a lot of advice, and unfortunately, by the time we were Pumpline, they were no longer 8-Bit Lit. So it would be an honor to one day get to that match where we get 8-Bit Lit versus the Pumpline.
Exactly. Love that.
Oh, don't tease me with good times.
Well, the next big question that we have for you is, who is it that we should be watching? Because you give us who they are, you give us their opponents, everything about it, and can't not ask the champs, who should we be watching?
I mean, a lot of our coaches are fantastic. Like, you look at J2 Mattioli, Michael Hopkins, guys like them.
CJ Tino.
Oh, CJ Tino's doing amazing right
phenomenal. Now. If you look him up right now, I'm sure if you find any match, it's going to be phenomenal. Yeah. He touched on Jake Redondo, and he's just on fire right now. Yeah. Each match that he has is just money.
And we have two young guys who just recently started. They debuted on Primal as Mashika, Jake Mays. Like, they're
Yassine Khan.
Oh, Yassine Khan's going to be a fantastic. He's a killer, man. We always make the joke. He's our Roman Reigns, man. He's our next big star, man.
Yeah, he's going to be great. Jake Mays as well. Very athletic, very humble, super hungry. I mean, he has a bright future just like ahead of him.
Mashika, super charismatic, very proud of his culture, showcases it better than anyone else on the show.
Absolutely.
Just recently came from New Japan, doing his thing there. New Japan Pro Wrestling Academy. He did some stuff right there, training over there, trying to get a different culture, trying to mix everything up and performing out there. He's definitely got a bright future. He's also even younger than I am. So the fact he has all this charisma now and this knowledge now is crazy.
I feel attacked again. This is the second time that my age has been called into question here. Danny Devine, I see you in chat. He just popped in, guys. You missed it, man. We were giving a lot of love your way, but now you'll never know until you see a clip. No, I'm just playing, brother. I hope you're doing well. We got a couple last-minute questions, actually, that came in. UK Paul, we were talking about the UK. Are there any specific teams over there that you have your eyes on? Like, names that have been floated out there right now are like Costume, Sunshine Machine, and I think that was it for the UK scene. So are there any teams out there that you have your eyes on, or is it just first come, first serve?
I feel like really whoever wants it when we're there, we would love to mix it up. That's the thing. We just want it. We're very much an open challenge, open book. Like, wherever opportunities you come, whoever comes our way, we're 100% ready for it.
Yeah, we love to wrestle any tag team, whether it be the Suavecitos, Krusty Crew, the Brothers Divine. We want to, grow and improve in, like, not just us, but the whole scene as a whole,
I am really looking forward to the ride. The more that we dive into the SoCal scene, the more impressed I am. And the more that I talk to you guys, the more, again, the hunger is here. And you guys have there's something here. There's a lot here. And I do think that you guys keep hustling and you keep pushing and you keep breaking the walls down. You talked earlier about how, at one of your schools you felt overlooked. Well, now let's fast forward, because the once overlooked have no problems being seen. And that is a testament to what you guys are doing, whether it's with Millennium Pro, whether it's in Primal Pro, whether it's in the SoCal scene in general, or wherever you go. It's going to be a very, very fun ride, and I could not be happier to have stumbled across you with our channel when we did, because this is going to be a really good ride to take. I don't think that it's a matter if, I truly think it's a matter of when for you guys. And when that happens, you've already shown that when opportunity presents itself, the case in point with the unguided and the injury, opportunities presented itself, you've answered that door. So that leads me to think that we're in really good hands looking into the future of professional wrestling. Before we
Thank you so much.
no problem. No, thank you. It's not blowing smoke. That's how I feel. On our way out here, I always like to turn this thing over. What do you guys want to plug? What do you have going on? Is there anything out there that you want to get out to the audience? The floor is absolutely yours.
I mean, like you said before, Primal Pro Wrestling Academy. You could come train with us. We have classes every 3 months: beginners, intermediate, advanced.
Tune in MPW has a show every Friday. If you're in the chats with area, please come through.
Yeah.
It's great shows. Down here in San Diego, there's Primal Pro Wrestling, Primal Rage. We have a show 2 times a month. If you're in the San Diego, please come by. We have Rising Star Pro Wrestling down here as well. And that's a show that comes here about once a month per se. And it's a phenomenal show as well. So I just want to plug some shows that that are amazing and that you should definitely check out.
And they've also given us such a platform to perform on. Like you said, Primal Wrestling runs bi-weekly every other Sunday. So if you catch every Friday, you got every Sunday, you got a whole week's worth of wrestling you could watch as a fan. And it's great content, great performers. We're constantly trying to improve and always grow. You watch the first show to the most show, there's so much growth, so much decor. We're all constantly reinvesting back into the promotion, back into the school, and just trying to keep everything growing and see how far we can push it.
Exactly.
I need to raise my hand. Are you telling me that Millennium Pro runs on Friday and Primal Pro runs Sundays? Same weekend? If it falls, how do we know if that falls on the weekend that I'm in town? Because I'm not just coming for a day. I'm coming for 5. and if I need to factor in a shot down to Primal Pro in San Diego, I just need to know if I need to make that happen, because if it's running on the same weekend, I would totally fucking do it. We need to look that up.
What's the weekend?
I think it's the 5th.
Yeah, we'll talk after.
Yeah, we'll talk as soon as we get off the air. I think it's the 5th of September, if I'm not mistaken. Guys, it has been fantastic with these conversations. We do these intentionally and organically because we know that we're just scratching the surface here. And we hope that you had a fantastic time with us and would come back down the line, because we are all about long-term investments over short-term gains. Nothing short-term comes to my mind when I bring people on these shows and we sit down and we spend time. I look at it as an investment, and it's not one that stops when our cameras stop here. It's not something that stops when the videos are edited and all the clips are done. We're not those guys. If you want those guys, you can go talk to other people. We're here for the long term and for the long haul. You have hooked us in, and I'm very grateful that we were able to sit down with you guys and get a little bit of time just so that we can introduce you not only to our platform, but to those that we reach on social media, in all forms of YouTube and all of our shit. You guys deserve to be seen. You're killing it, and I cannot wait to see what your future fucking holds. It is going to be bright.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Again, we're so grateful to be on this platform and talk to the both of you. We had such a great time just to give insight and a brief history of where we came from.
We're just getting started, brother. We're just getting started. The journey's just beginning here. Not just with you guys, but your guys and our relationship. It's just starting, I'm telling you. Toddy, what would you like to say to our esteemed guest this evening before we get ready to tie a bow on things?
I truly have enjoyed this conversation, hearing about the hunger and the passion and the work ethic that you have. It was an incredible way to open up the show when you talked about how you're here to make the company look good, and it's not just about yourself, because that is something that not a lot of people say. And hearing how mentally prepared you are, and that matches what we've seen you do physically, truly makes you a team to watch out for and a team to continue to watch. That is 100% refreshing. And you have this mindset where you are right now, the sport of professional wrestling is in such great hands because you're only going to continue to make it better for not just yourself, but everyone involved. And I appreciate that so much. I appreciate you being here with us. This was truly a joy and an honor. I know that I will continue to watch everything that you're doing on social media because, you know, it's kind of my thing. But
God,
it
it's one of us.
truly is an honor. Thank you, gentlemen, so much.
Thank you so
Thank you for
much.
having us. Like, it really means a lot for you to give us this platform and help us so much. Like, you've already helped us so much, and I'm very grateful internally, externally. Like, thank you.
Just starting, just beginning. We're generally those guys that do shit because we love to, not because we want anything or expect anything. We just genuinely love what we're doing when it comes to independent wrestling and being able to sit down and watch it. Because truthfully, without you guys in the ring, we don't have anything to watch, and that would make the world a really, really, really boring fucking place. This is the escape that I have. We do this every day. We've been on the air. I think Toddy and I started going 7 days a week, probably 6 weeks ago, something like that. I think it's been 6 weeks, give or take. And we don't have no insight until now because we're going to take a couple of weeks off because I'm old. I got to recuperate. The easiest
That's
way
fair.
that you can support independent wrestling and independent wrestlers, guys, is by sharing, and subscribing. And in the Pumpline's case, we have several options here. You can catch them at the Pumpline, or excuse me, the Pumpline. At the Pumpline over on Instagram. Antonio Rivers is Antonio_Rivers_. And Boa is the Boa Silva. It's been right there on the screen the entire show. If you have not done so and you have not head over to Instagram and hit that follow, shame on you. Go and do that now. You give these guys your support because they're out there crushing it and they're killing it for us. And it doesn't cost you anything. It's free. And if you like what we're doing here on our channel, our social medias are right there on the screen. You can head on over to YouTube and smash the subscribe button to at CCP Podcasting. We are at 901. 1000 is right around the corner. And I would love to do that by my birthday in the end of September, guys. And we'll be able to extend the middle finger to the gentleman who said that independent wrestling was a waste of our time. So for our esteemed guest, the MPW and Primal Pro Wrestling World Tag Team Champions, the Pumpline, Antonio Rivers and Boa Silva, for Todrick Tabar Ramsey, I am Chris Page, and we will see you next time.
All right. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.